I'm not mad at that though. I'm not mad at that
Hold
when people say
on,
that at
I
all.
disagree. To me, it go Forest Hills, the off season, then Bourne Center. We're sleeping on the off
Excuse me?
season.
What you just say?
The off season? Are y'all sleeping?
Welcome back to the TKIA podcast, better known as the No Doubt Podcast, episode 94. 6 more away from 100. Just let y'all know, we already at 100 subscribers. Might well hit 100 episodes. We want to do something big for that, because why not? Episode 94. I was going to say 96. 94, man. It's crazy. We really 94 episodes into this thing. We've really been doing this for, what, 2 years now, I think? 2 years. Yeah. I heard you. Yeah, man. 2 years in. Same routines, different topics, obviously sports. Really, and we're going to be honest with y'all, 2025 really been more for us by gaming and sports. Music is kind of been fluctuating every now and then, and there's nothing wrong with like doing music topics. We just ain't really had too much talk about when it comes to music. But it's just really been gaming.
And let me add, we will have more music content. I'm going to have some special guests that I kind of trust to have some good music taste. We'll bring them so we can get more faces. So we will bring more music content. I will say that to add that. Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of all I got. Just enjoy episode 94. It's a college football episode. All the coaches been getting fired. Before we get to that, obviously, Don always does intros to our socials and drink of the day. Before he gets to that, peanut butter. I don't know if y'all can see this.
Oh, God. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's good. That's cool. Welcome. Make sure y'all follow us on Instagram, Know It All Podcast, YT stands for YouTube, TikTok, Know It All Podcast, YouTube, Know It All Podcast. Go ahead and check out Mr. Wrestling Geek right there on YouTube for all your wrestling content needs. I'm actually I have a channel. A lot of people probably don't know that. I've actually been doing YouTube on and off. How long have we been doing that? Since like 2020, 2019. So we kind of always had channels. So I'm actually looking to bring some content back to my stuff. I won't say it quite yet. But yeah, so I'll start shouting that out. So y'all be hearing that soon too. But yeah, episode 94, college football. I don't think I missed anything. Oh, Don's drinking today. I have a little light Angry Orchard cider. What's this one? Chris Apple. So yeah. And 94. Let's go.
Just to reiterate on my channel, I will be making content. I know I said that last time, 2 weeks ago when y'all saw the last video. I'm going to get back on it. Wrestling's heating up right now. Price of tickets heating up. I'll get back to that soon. Promise y'all. Don't forget. Just got to get our stuff going with the shorts because that's our best way to get like channel recognition and just the way to get people on our channel is through shorts. So we're going to get back on that too, I promise you. More content coming soon. But like we said, episode 94, this is a college football episode. A lot of big name coaches have been getting fired lately. Brian Kelly. Finally, I'm not even an LSU fan, but finally, James Franklin was let go from Penn State. We've already kind of covered that, but we're going to cover it again here. James Napier from Florida finally let go. What's another big name coach? That's 3. What was the other one? I have to look it up, but those are the big 3 that I know of. And a lot of people have been speculated to go to this LSU job, Lane Kiffin being one of them. I don't really know if I would leave the situation I'm in to go to LSU if I'm him. It's a bigger school, bigger program, so outside of that, I built something here. I don't know if I want to leave that for that, but again, bigger school, more money, more chance of students coming in. So I guess that route makes sense too. I just want to see how y'all feel about the situation going on with all the coaching changes. I think sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do, especially as a Magic fan. I know we ain't talking about basketball, but I feel like that's the time for coaching change there. But in football, in the middle of the season, coaches just tend not to get fired like that. As far as I know, even though I've been watching football a long time, coaches in college particularly don't tend to get fired as like on and off as fast as they're doing. Brian Kelly's an awful coach. I never thought he should have got the LSU job, but he proved me right. He got kicked out, and then he was seen eating dinner. I mean, I would too. You buy out for $53 million, I'd be chilling on my couch too, and I ain't worried about nothing for the rest of my life, so why not?
And I mean, I want to add, even though we're clearly, obviously talking about a different sport here, even though NBA coaches are known as the, what do you call them? The scapegoats, like they're probably going to be the first gone before any other people because the players and everything, it's a lot that comes with it. This was the first time that I've seen college, because we're talking about football, but we're not even talking about professional football. We're talking about college football. it was like, wow, okay. I wonder, was it a monkey see, monkey do type of thing? What I mean by that is, remember last year where all the coaches were getting fired right before the playoffs? I think Denver, all of them. It was just like, why would you do that when you have the playoffs coming? Your team's in the playoffs. What's going on? I think it's kind of the similar thing here. I'm not saying, obviously, it's not because of playoffs or nothing like that. We're still in the seasons, but I don't know. I do think it's very abnormal and weird, but it's also showing us that a lot of things are evolving. Coaches are, I think, for every sport now, are being the people that's just going to be the ones, the scapegoats now. Originally, it was just basketball. Now I think it's everyone first.
I'm not even
You're not
gonna use the
wrong.
word scapegoat. I don't think scapegoat is the word for college. Like Brian Kelly, and I'm going down the list of coaches. I got them right here. At least the main ones we care about. We don't, not everybody, but the main ones. Brian Kelly is a disgusting coach.
Well, yeah. Let me make that clear. I'm gonna say I'm only saying scapegoat as because they're just the easiest to get rid of. That's what I mean by that. I don't mean anything for performance because I know you're gonna talk about some coaches here that do not perform well, and I know Tim is excited about one of them. So I mean, I'm not
Big
saying it's not deserved.
game.
I'm just saying
Game.
it's just something that was very unique for me and abnormal to kind of see for college football.
I ain't gonna lie to you. It's not abnormal. This should have been happening.
That's what
The-
makes it abnormal. Abnormal is something that's not actually happening like it should be. It's a very
That's fair.
different. This is
Okay,
an
that's
abnormal
fair.
situation.
I like it. Uh,
Real quick though, Tim, remember what you're saying real quick. Let him go through because I kind of cut him off. Let him go through the list of all the coaches real quick.
oh yeah, you sure did. My bad.
Oh no, I was just gonna go from one. We talk, name one of them, and kind of talk about them briefly, then go to the next one. But if y'all want to do that, we can just
Oh,
Oh,
you
no,
want to start with Penn State?
let's do it your way.
what
Who was
talk.
the first one you was talking about?
Oh, Brian Kelly. He went 34-14 in 4 seasons. Got fired on October 26th after getting ran through by A&M, who was ranked 5 and undefeated, by the way. Really good team this year. Ran through is an understatement. They got absolutely ran through. But yeah, he finally got fired. I feel like it was time, bro. He's not a good coach. He wasn't good at Notre Dame. He only got the Notre Dame job because he took an overrated Cincinnati team to the not playoff. That one playoff back then. Back then, the bowl games actually meant something, like Sugar Bowl, Rose Bowl, Tostitos Bowl. All that meant something back then. So he took Cincinnati
It
to
did.
that.
Yeah,
Somehow
it did.
snuck into the Notre Dame job. Wasn't good there. Never won anything important. And like Notre Dame's not like Notre Dame's a top 10 program in my opinion. If we're talking historic and everything, really possibly top 5. So you can't go there.
Historic.
You
Yeah,
can't go
historic.
there
It's there.
and not perform. And he did perform. Then he proceeds to follow up, somehow get an SEC job, the best conference in college football, and not do nothing there. You can't compete with Bama, Georgia, and all these other big programs.
LSU was scrambling to find a head coach, especially after Ed done messed up. So I think they really picked him in the heat of the moment.
That was a bad pickup. Awful pickup.
It
Was
was.
he the best option?
Oh,
Was he the best
also,
option available though, Tim? Was he
I
the
think he
best option
was at the
available at
time.
that time? So
Must
I
have been
think he
some
for
was.
them, that might have been the best situation for him.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But also, you got Ed coming back too. Ed Orgeron, however you say his last
Yeah,
name.
yeah. I
He's
just saw a post about that earlier. I don't know if it
he's
was real or not. AI is booming,
that is
but
true.
I saw some stuff that I did.
But I saw it on the ESPN page, so that's why I'm gonna assume it's real.
I hope
Oh,
Ed
it's probably real then.
don't come back. If I'm LSU,
Hey,
he's not coming
hey,
back. I'm sorry.
you tripping?
Wasn't the
Come to
quote
Penn
like
State then.
I'm always ready for something? Wasn't it something along the lines of that? Like I'm always ready for a job or something like that? I think
Yeah,
that's what I saw. I
yeah.
don't. Yeah.
No, he said he'll be happy to take the LSU job back because
Okay.
I don't think he want any other head coaching job but LSU.
He crazy. Anybody can throw me a bag. I go take that job right now. LSU
Man,
needs
come
to
on
go
to
after Lane
Penn
Kiffin.
State.
Lane Kiffin
Come on to
needs
Penn
that job.
State.
I'm calling it now. Like I don't see, and I don't think Lane Kiffin's like this world beater coach because he ain't won nothing important either. But he's better than Brian Kelly by a mile, and he's good with players, good with recruiting, stuff like that. So I would take. I just said his name. I forgot that fast. That's bad.
I don't know. I feel like Lane Kiffin about to go through the same thing Brian Kelly went through.
Lane Kiffin can
What is that
coach
thing?
players though.
What is that
I mean,
thing?
not until he play Alabama or Georgia.
He beat Georgia last year though.
They did.
Jackson Dart was quarterback. Remember?
I know that, but I didn't pay attention to that game. I didn't think they were gonna win.
I watched the whole
That's why I
game.
ain't
Oh,
dang.
yeah.
Watch that game.
Again, LSU's in a weird situation, man, because this is like a prestige school. We're talking about a top 10 school in football. And this ain't just some regular job, some regular Joe finna come in and get. But you get the job, you gotta hire the best person possible, and that's hard to do when you SEC top 10 program. The fan base don't tolerate BS. Like you gotta find a person for the job. Now, they
I
used to do it.
disagree because Florida already talking about interviewing Big Game James.
Yeah, that's the next team we're talking about too. That's actually a really interesting one too, because two SEC schools firing their coach is crazy. I was not expecting that.
Yeah, it is crazy.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie to you. I can understand why Brian Kelly was fired. He ain't really doing nothing. And then you lost the number one QB recruit last year. And I think he was the number one overall player last year. And you lost him to Michigan, so I knew he was gonna get fired. But
Yeah,
I didn't think
good.
Billy Napier would get fired, especially after DJ Lagway went off last year.
Billy Napier is a
He had a
problem.
slow start this year.
I'm surprised he didn't get fired 2 years ago. He's terrible. He worse than Brian
You know,
Kelly.
you said Brian Kelly's record was 34-14 out from how many years?
4 years.
4.
That ain't good.
He's just not a good coach, bro. Like his record don't matter. He can't coach. He's gonna sit on his yacht in his big house, chilling, making a take that $54 million buyout. I ain't mad at him. Me personally, he's not the worst coach on this list. Billy Napier, our next coach, Florida, it's absolutely disgusting. 22 and 23 in 4 years. He got fired on October 19th. Their last game he coached. I mean, it's not saying. Oh wait, no, it's not saying. It's saying their losses this year was to South Florida, LSU, Miami. Those just a couple games. Dude sucks, bro. He's probably one of the worst coaches in college football. I don't know how he held the job this long. I think the only reason he even held it this long is because you know when you pay somebody and you just don't want to have to pay them out, like those type of situations. So they kept him. I personally would have just said flip it. And I'm gonna have to pay you out and pay another coach. But 22 and 23 at 4 years in Florida. Now this ain't the 2000s Florida with Tebow, but Florida is still Florida, bro. It's an 8%.
Yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah.
I would put
They still have a reputation, and it's a good one at that.
yeah.
So
They're like I don't want to say middle of the pack. They're like top of the middle of the pack. SEC team that makes sense.
yeah, that makes perfect sense. At least to me. Yeah.
So yeah, he's trash. He's a disgusting coach. I don't think he should ever get another coaching job ever again. Maybe a D2 school or something like that. But D1 SEC heavyweight, nah. Gainesville, who
He was there for 4 years.
4 years, 4 years of misery. I would hate to be a Florida fan. It's hard enough being a Clemson
Yeah,
fan now.
it's not
What
good at
makes you
all.
think Billy Napier about to get another SEC job?
He should never get another job ever again. He can't.
Yeah,
But I mean, he was whatever. Next on the list, I feel like Penn State is in a better situation in Florida. Just from recent history, Penn State's been better than Florida the past. Bro, only God knows how long. It's been a while. Penn State's been way better lately. We all know James Franklin got fired October 12th. He won 104 and 45 in 12 seasons. Did not know he was that long. It's crazy. The ball
100 of what?
104 and 45 in 12 seasons.
Yup.
We all know James Franklin, bro. His biggest problem was he couldn't beat Ohio State and Michigan. It was as simple as that. He could beat everybody else. Those are the
Nah.
two teams he couldn't beat.
Who's your
He can
dad?
beat Michigan consistently. He'll beat them. But Ohio State, we just definitely couldn't beat them.
I think he beat Ohio State one time in 12 years. Think about that. You spent
That was the
12
first year he was there. That was the first year he was there.
That's pathetic, bro. And they go for the next coach too, bro. If you get the Penn State
Remember,
job,
remember we had this conversation though. Remember we had this conversation about recruiting classes, all those things. I mean, 12 years is a long time, but it's Ohio State.
yeah,
But this
So-
my thing, now. This is my thing. Because he said it himself. He felt like this was his best team that he put together. Mind you, we had Saquon, we had Michael Parsons, we had a lot of people, and you just not thinking this is the best team you ever had. And I'll agree because you finally got a decent quarterback. But I don't think I don't think he was ever a good coach because what was that last quarterback name? I don't know. He was trash though, and I don't know why he started for 4 years straight.
I disagree. I'm not gonna say he's a
Just
bad
nobody was
coach.
better.
I don't think he's bad compared to these other coaches. Give me James Franklin every day of the week. At least I know what you're gonna give me wins against the trash teams, and then you're gonna struggle against the good teams, and then maybe you'll sneak one in every now and then. Versus Brian Kelly, you're gonna struggle with the bad teams and the good teams, and then Billy Napier.
You struggle with everyone, basically. Yeah.
I'm not even hiring Billy Napier. That's a joke. But not Brian Kelly. James Franklin's better than all these other coaches so far. Like, it's not close. He's gonna be the first one with a job, whether it's LSU or it's Florida. I think those are the two options for him. I don't see him going anywhere else outside of those two options. You can't go from a big program like Penn State to. I mean, you can. He took Vanderbilt to New
You
Orleans that he
can.
never had. So, it's for him. It's Florida LSU. I really think Lane Kiffin's gonna
Which
take
one?
another
I
job.
mean, let me ask both of y'all. Which one fits him most? Like his coaching style with Florida.
LSU.
Florida. He's a program builder, bro. Florida needs a coach like that who can at least get them back to relevancy.
Yeah.
He needs to go to
Yeah,
Florida.
I was gonna say Florida too. I was
So
gonna say
does
Florida too.
LSU. We forgot Ed Orgeron was the same type of coach. He just knew how to beat the teams he needed to beat.
Ed Orgeron got lucky and had that 2019 team. You see what happened after that, the past 2 years, and they fell apart. He fell apart, and he lost the locker room, and then he got fired. Pretty much the whole spiel for any other coach. But Buddy, I truly don't even think Ed Orgeron is really a good coach. I think he's kind of mid. I think James Franklin's a better coach than him. James Franklin
I
could have won
just
a championship with that LSU team. Anybody would have won a chip with that team.
He would have still lost to fucking Ohio State. I believe it. I don't believe it until I see it.
Nah, not that team.
I don't care. It's big game James.
Not that team. Big games, James. Okay. So that's 3 coaches so far, and all in the month of October.
Yep.
The next one on the list, not really a big name coach, Sam Pittman, Arkansas. He went 32-34, 6 seasons, and I know he was there alone. He got fired in September. Brody got fired at the beginning of the season. They said you got to get on. That's sad.
Yeah, see, they playing that one already. So the October one, you just kind of like, all right, he on thin ice, but we're gonna simmer it, see where it's going. September, buddy, yeah, you're gone, brother. We don't want you here anymore. Like
You
it's
had
just
2
over.
games to keep your job and lost both of them.
Yeah, nah, bro. We already made our mind up during the summertime. We just getting to you now. You know what I mean? We wanted to make sure the morale was good. You gonna get some players we was worried about the recruiting class. Now the season started, yeah, we think we can do better elsewhere. That's what that September firing mean to me.
I mean, it says da da da. After
He won one more game than he lost,
No, it was
right? Is that what you said?
32-34.
He
Oh,
lost
so he
2 more games.
lost. Oh, so he's in the negative. Ooh, okay.
It says after initial success, including ending Razorbacks' 20-game SEC losing streak in 2020 and winning 9 games in 2021, Arkansas topped out at 7 wins from their Pittman. So in other words, after 2020, they only won 7 games, pretty much going forward. That's pathetic.
Oh, yeah, it is bad, and that kind of goes to what I was finna ask. Like, how important is a record for you guys for college football? Because a record, I mean, well, I think it's very important, but I'll let y'all answer. Like, how important do y'all think that really is? Like, through the regular season onto the playoffs. Like, what do y'all think about it?
Um,
Oh, go ahead.
I think records are very important, especially for college, because when those records show on screen, like for James Franklin, prime example, when you can't beat the teams that matter, the top 10 teams, top 25 teams, like even though Dabo right now is struggling, Clemson as a diehard Clemson fan, we're struggling, but Dabo's resume proves he can coach. Now, do I think he's going to be at Clemson long term? At the rate he's going, I probably, because that's like a $64 million payout. Nobody's paying for that. I don't blame him. I'll let that ride out too. But coaching, to me, coaching records get you hired to different teams. Lane Kiffin was an assistant with Bama. I believe he get a Tennessee job. He did them dirty, bounced out the door last minute, didn't tell nobody. Went to USC. He had all the hatred from Tennessee fans for that. Ended up back and forth a lot of places. Ended up back on the Saban, then forgot somewhere else, and now he's at Ole Miss. Resume matters to me. Record matters to me. Who you can beat matters to me. That's why Kirby Smart's the best coach of college football right now because he knows the X's and O's. And his record's undefeated. His record is ridiculously great. He's the best coach of college football. It's not close. It's the Clemson fan. It sucks to say, but it's the truth. Resume matters, bro. Like that's why James Franklin got mad. That's why he got fired. He can't beat the teams that matter. Again, the smaller teams, cool. The Iowas, not the Iowa States, the UCLA's who sucked before random blow up now. The freaking other Big Ten teams that don't matter. Only thing that matters, in my opinion, is an AD. If I was the Penn State AD, did you beat Ohio State and did you beat Michigan? I don't care about nobody else. Did you beat the other top 25 teams too? But those two teams, when it comes to conference time, can you beat them? If you can't do it, I'm surprised he made it this long. 12 years is a long time to coach.
Yeah. And before, go ahead, Sam. Go ahead.
To add on to that, yes, he last season he beat every team he was supposed to beat, but we beat him on a margin of what? I think it was less than a touchdown. Like UCLA last year, we beat them 35-30.
See, but
no,
I don't know. To me, that doesn't matter. A win is a win. I don't care if I win by 1 point, a safety, 3 points. Like a win is a win. To me, as long as you get the job done, you win it. You might escape by the tail of your skin, bro. As long as you pull out that W,
that's a win in the win column. Yeah, and that's what I wanted to. That's what I wanted to add
for certain teams. That's for certain teams.
That should be for all teams.
Nah. I think it's for all teams. I think the wins measure differently to us based off what teams beat who. Now, if we're looking at the big teams beating all the other teams that we already know wasn't going to make a chance anyway, which obviously college football still gives us a lot of surprises. Like we've seen upsets, at least if you're a college football watcher, we've seen them. So, not to say that it's not possible, but most of the time we're going to see the big teams, the big schools beat the smaller ones. That's just what it's going to be. Recruiting classes are different, funding is different, a whole lot of other stuff. But aside from that, the reason why I asked y'all how did y'all feel about records and standings in college football particularly is because James Franklin has a winning record. But guess what? You just gave me the answer right there. You can't beat the teams that matter to get us over that hump. And that's just what it comes down to. That's why I think it does matter, but I also think it also matters of what teams you're beating too. I think it goes both ways.
Because you gotta look at it like this too, Don. He had plenty of seasons where he managed to get us into the top 10, top 5. One loss. And mind you, no losses until we reach Ohio State. And then on top of that, you got
how many losses y'all had last year?
1. No, 2.
Yeah. So same. That's a perfect example. Last year, that was recent.
But my thing with him is, I agree with Terrence. He's the best coach we named. He's not a terrible coach, but he's not a coach, in my opinion, that's going to win you a national championship.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
Yeah.
Get him out of Penn State. Let's see what he can do somewhere else. If he can take this Florida, cause I truly believe he's gonna get that Florida job. If not LSU, I think Florida's the best spot for me personally. I think Florida's the best spot for him. If Holman can go in there within the next 2 to 3 or 4 years and turn Florida around back to a powerhouse that they once were, and even snip an SEC title game, because situations matter, bro. Maybe Penn State after 12 seasons, that what's the word I'm looking for? That time just passed along, and it's just not gonna ever happen. Now it's a new scenario. Wherever he end up, I still think it's Florida. If Florida had common sense, that's the route they're going. He's the best coach available. So I think he can turn Florida around, bro. If he can get Florida back to 10 win seasons consistently, to me, that's a success right there alone. It's hard enough to do that in the SEC alone. So if he can get Florida or wherever he go, I just gotta stop saying it, but wherever he go back to consistent 10 wins, obviously win a championship or two, that helps. But turning a program around, to me, that's valuable to me, because that shows me you can control your locker room, you can get the best out your players, you can recruit, because obviously in the SEC you gotta know how to recruit. So that's what to me matters, bro. Like, you have to, records matter. Don't get it twisted. Like, his coaching,
that's probably the most important thing, really.
Like, he has to be, if he gets this job at Florida or LSU, wherever, he got to beat the Bamas, he got to beat the Georgias. The Tennessees matter, even though I think they're obviously the top 2 tier teams are Georgia and Bama. Then under that you got the Florida, the Tennessees, the LSU's, a couple other teams, but it's a lot of teams. Even Vandy balling out now. Like, their coach is great. That's a great coach. That's exactly that's what I'm talking about right there. That's another great coach who I think is going to get a job offer somewhere else. I hope he stays, because I like Vandy. I like this little thing he building. But if he get another job, I wouldn't be mad at the man for taking it. But like I said, bro, coaching record matters. But at the same time, James Franklin's a program builder. He's proved it twice. He took Vandy, took a school from absolutely nothing, and took them to 10 wins back. Not back to back. He took them to 10 wins one year, and I think like maybe 9 wins the next. Got the Penn State job. Took them from irrelevancy, bro. Like Penn State wasn't even like the mid tier. They were down bad. He took them from nothing, bro, and took them to consistent playoffs, consistent top 10 appearances. He just got to beat the top 2. That was my biggest problem with him. He can't beat the top 2 teams. If he can cure that, wherever he go next, he can be an.
But my thing is with him, I would say this. Outside of last year, James should at least won at least 3 or 4 times against Ohio State, in my opinion. Outside of last year when Ohio State had an NFL team, he should have beat them. Like,
nah, for real though.
But Ohio State team was a whole NFL squad. He is not lying.
But and then think about this too. That first year he did beat Ohio State, he lost to fucking Iowa and Wisconsin.
Yeah, bad losses.
I don't think he a good. I don't think he's a bad coach, but like I said, I don't think he's a coach that's going to get you a natty though. I don't believe it. Because
I mean, as you being a Penn State fan, I mean, I'm not mad at you for feeling that way, to be honest. So
I mean, because you only had.
But never say never too, though. Never say
in
never.
my opinion, you only had really one team to beat. Yes, we gonna say Michigan because Michigan recently won a natty, but outside of that, he was actually beating Michigan a lot and Michigan State. But it's Ohio State for me. You couldn't beat him.
Kryptonite, bro.
Right, like
I don't know what it is.
And then like what year was that?
Everybody got
the year right after State. Huh?
Everybody got
You said what?
Kirby Smart can't beat Bama to save his life. He only beat them once in like 6 tries. Everybody got a You just got that one team you can't beat, and that's every coach. I truly feel like every coach got that one team they just cannot beat. And Kirby is Bama. James Franklin was Ohio State. Billy Napier was everybody because he can't coach. Brian Kelly
was Nick Saban.
Nick Saban, to me personally, I feel like we were his hardest team to beat because he's like what 2-2 against us. They beat us in the playoffs that one time and the Natty. We beat them twice in the Natty. So I for me personally, I think Nick Saban's hardest opponent is either us, maybe LSU. He got to win a record versus LSU, I believe. I think he got to win a record versus everybody except us. We the only one that's really like 2-2.
I think Ohio State beat them too. I think he like 1-1 against them.
His heaviest team, probably. I don't know. Nick Saban, the GOAT, so it's kind of hard to be like he struggled with anybody. He might be the rare exception.
Well, I see what Tim is saying because I don't think it's gonna get easier if he gets that Florida job. So
look, to be honest with you,
really in the same boat.
I don't think the only reason I say he get that Florida job is just it's the same situation that LSU was in when they got Brian Kelly. They just need a coach.
No, I would say it's the same situation when he first went to Penn State. I feel like it's more like that because Florida sucks, bro. Like,
yeah.
No. Terrence, I agree with you. Recruiting, he is a great recruiter.
No, not just recruiting. I just mean, like I said, recruiting.
Right, building a program.
Yeah.
I agree with that, but the actual coaching aspect.
Well, at that point, that's what you're OC and DC for. I'm not saying coaches can't call plays because I feel like if you're good at it, do it. Like everybody's not a Lincoln Riley, who I think is a little overrated at this point, but everybody's not like a.
Who you surround yourself around is important, especially with college football.
You can get a good coaching staff around him and get the best out of his players and all the other good stuff at Florida, because I'm gonna say Florida because I think that's where he's going. Once again, all those bottom tier teams, Vandy don't count no more because Vandy said we're not bottom tier no more. Vandy been hooping for like the past 2 years now. Like Vandy, they're not bottom of the barrel, but they're not Georgia, Bama, but they not.
Our offensive coordinator and our defensive coordinator. Okay. Our defensive coordinator, damn show, ever since he been there, has had a top 10 in the past 5 years, a top 5 defense. Hey.
Everybody got a kryptonite. Ohio State was here.
No, ours was James Franklin. Like the fuck?
Oh my god.
No.
Oh my goodness.
No.
That's
Really
hilarious.
think about it. We are the only team in the Big Ten, outside of Michigan, that held Ohio State when they had that NFL team to I think the most points they scored was 21. It was like 21-17. Mind you, they just had a shootout with Oregon, like 40 something to 40 something.
Yeah.
So our defense is good. I think he's a good defensive coordinator, but he sucks when it comes to offense. Because Drew Aller is a Heisman candidate, but yet you're not throwing the ball. Why? You wasted. We got what, two talented wide receivers, one from USC, and the other one. Where would the other one come from? It was another new team. I think UCLA. He came from UCLA. That's what's crazy. And why aren't we throwing the ball?
I say the same thing. It's Clemson fan. All them elite receivers and Dabo won't throw the ball. Stupid screen.
And then because my thing is,
coaches sometimes get stuck in the mud of like, every coach has their like archetype. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what type of coach are they? What they are known for? And maybe some of the coaches being there for so long just get stuck in what they do versus being evolving into the players they get, like
and
utilizing the
that's what makes
passing.
you a good coach or a bad coach for me.
Yeah.
Because
I think it only makes you a bad coach if you're doing. It's always looked at it differently. If you're one of those coaches that have your traditional ways of doing things, you don't change anything up, but you're a winning coach. I don't think it's looked at as bad. I think it's just looked at as he's so good at what he does, he doesn't have to venture out. But if you're a bad coach and you're still not doing that, that's what I'm saying. It only really matters if you're winning, and that's when it's highlighted when you're losing.
Yeah.
So.
I disagree in this era of football. You have to adapt. You got to be able to get them players in NIL. You got to pay. You have to pay.
I'm not saying you. I'm not saying you can't. I'm not saying you should not adapt. I'm saying it only looks bad to people when you're not adapting, but you're still winning. If you're losing, if you're winning, then people are still going to be like, I mean,
look at it like this: we literally kept the same team from last year, minus a couple wide receivers. Our defense is gone. So I knew our defense was going to be skeptical, but our offense this year is nowhere near what I expected it to be.
Welcome to my world.
Because we arguably got two of the best running backs in the nation. Arguably. So, but yet
there's more to it offense.
No, but this is my thing though. Everybody knows that. Everybody know Penn State is a running. We've been a running organization ever since probably before the 50s. We run the ball. We got two Heisman candidate running backs in the backfield, and yet we're still gonna call 30 to 50 run plays a game. And compared to 25 passing plays. And mind you, it's not even down the field shots. These are slants.
And just like you said, and everybody knows that. So
yeah, that's what
they're just not going to let you run the ball. They're not going to let you do it. That's just what it is. They're not going to let them get off. They know who these people are getting the ball.
That's why we lost to UCLA. All they had to do was blitz. They blitzed almost every down and guessed correctly on a run.
Yeah, it's time for a change. I know we've been on this one topic, but this is your team. But it was time for a change. I don't think he's a terrible coach. I mean, I know you have your opinion because that's your team. You've been following for a long time. Yes. But it was literally time for a change. It's time for Penn State to see something different. It's time for him to see something different. And he can probably take another team and be successful or not. We don't know.
Urban Meyer, go ahead and come to Penn State and cheat for us just like you did over Penn State.
Brother.
No, oh God, brother.
Okay.
Any other more coaches?
I would say about two more. Did we do a quick one about Deshaun Foster? The UCLA coach got fired 5-10 in 2 seasons, fired in September 14. Pretty much got fired when the year started. I guess he wasn't a good coach.
Yeah, I was going. Yeah, I don't even think that's just like it wasn't enough time to really even see anything. I guess it was enough time for them to see they didn't want him. I guess
he just wasn't good.
So
0-3 start, bro.
Yeah,
you already on the hot seat. You was destined to get fired.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's how I felt about the other coach. I forgot who it was. We've been through a few now, but that's what I was saying. Like September, yeah, they already had their mind up during the summertime.
Okay, very last one. Not really shocking. I thought it should happen about 4 or 5 years ago. That's just me. I've been following college football for a while. This dude's been coaching since I was a kid, which is insane. Mike Gundy.
I don't know who you're talking about. Oh.
It's not.
Really I didn't know Mike Gundy got fired.
Bro, Mike Gundy should have been.
I didn't know he got fired.
He should have been fired by 10 years ago. The fact, at least 5, bro. He should have got fired at COVID. Like, there should be no reason this dude, 170-90 record in 21 years, fired at September 23rd. This should have happened over a decade ago, bro. This dude's been so out of date for the longest. Oklahoma State has been struggling to win the Big 12. They haven't been relevant since early 2010s, I guess. 2000s.
I was gonna say
Like,
early 2010s.
not,
Early.
I'm not saying he's not a
Yeah.
legend. He's a legendary coach, but bro, it was past due. He should have been kicked out the door 5 to 10 years ago. Like, this is the type of guy. He'll get some out of his players. Not saying he can't build a program. I wouldn't say he is. I've only seen him at one school my entire life. He's been there 21 years. Like, he's literally been there coaching since I was 9. And
Yeah.
I feel like this is a change that was needed for the better. Oklahoma State's been in purgatory forever. They've been in that middle of the lane, not knowing what the heck to do for a while. So him getting up and bouncing or getting fired, it's fantastic news for you. If I'm Oklahoma State, if I was them, I'd be rejoicing. I'd be super happy because, bro, it's been the same stick in the mud 21 years. Not saying he's not a good dude, not a good coach, doesn't get on his players. I don't know him personally. I don't watch Oklahoma State. Who the heck watch Oklahoma State? But me personally, Mike Gundy should have been gone, like I said, 5 to 10 years ago, bro. Like that's
They fired him?
Yeah.
Oh snap!
that's
We might.
pass overdue, bro. That's I don't know. That should have been done. Me personally, I don't think he should have had a job that long. But everybody,
I mean, he probably got a lot of bread being with that school for so long. Oof, man,
but
can't even imagine.
that's the list of coaches as of right now. I mean, you still got the Oregon States, who cares? The Colorado States, who cares? The UAB, who cares? Kent State is the worst program in college football. Virginia Tech coach got fired. Did not know that. He went 16-24 in 4 seasons. Got fired in September. Virginia Tech is another program, in my opinion. Good program, just in a rut right now. They've been in a rut for a while. They haven't really been good since the 2010s. They ain't won the ACC since, 2010, 2011, when they won back-to-back, I believe. That's Tyrod Taylor was their quarterback. That's how I know they've been irrelevant for that long.
Mm-hmm.
I thought their quarterback this year would have made a little bit of a difference, but yeah, they're still trash. Like I said, Stanford, Virginia Tech, UCLA, we talked about it. And then all the big coaches we talked about, but I would like Virginia Tech to get good again. I like Virginia Tech. I'm an ACC guy because I'm a Clemson fan, but I would like to see Virginia Tech get back to winning football. Like, it's fun when the school that you grew up, like Georgia Tech is good again. I like seeing that. Like, I used to watch Georgia Tech when they ran the option in the 2000s. Disgusting, by the way, but they used to run the option in the 2000s, and it's good to see Georgia Tech good again. First of all, the helmets are fire. I love their helmets. I love their uniforms. Georgia Tech has the coldest uniforms. Virginia Tech, I want them to get back to being good. I want Florida State to get back to being good. I thought they would, but this year fell off again. Typical. It's a lot of teams, man. ACC is really deep this year, actually. Like, dude, Georgia Tech's number 1. Virginia's 6-1, 7-1. It's like, what the hell is going on? Then you got a bunch of teams under this, like 6-2 at the most. ACC stacked this year, man. Georgia Tech's still gonna win it, but they're stacked. I just hate the fact that we suck and we're missing out on like this competitive conference for the first time in forever. So it's like, well, the year we suck, everybody else want to step up. I don't get it. But
That's how it worked.
yeah, man. So episode 74, 94, college football episode. We don't do this much. I like talking about college football. If y'all know, this is my favorite sport. It's that time of year, man. Coaches getting fired left and right. It's weird saying that, but fired left and right. I don't really have much else to add to this. I think Dabo needs to step his game up, or he's going to be the next one fired. Don't care about loyalty in 2025. I don't. I care about a coach who's going to adapt and win more championships. Simple as that. I love you. You get a statue. You're a great man. You follow Christ. All that good stuff. That you got to win some championships, my brother. It's been since 2018. I'm waiting. I've been waiting. Like, I haven't had nothing to cry over in a while, so I need some more championships. But yeah, it's a winning program, my touch. We just lost another commit, by the way. So that sucks. Wake up, man. Kirby's the best coach in college football by a mile, and it sucks. But yeah, before we end, James Franklin, go to Florida. I think that's the best fit. I mean, if LSU pays more money, of course, take that. But I think Florida's his best fit. He can build them back to relevancy. If y'all ain't got nothing else to talk about, man. If y'all want to end it off.
No, I'm all good on this. Yeah, I'm all good on this. Make sure y'all go follow us on Instagram, Know It All Podcast YT. That YT stands for YouTube. Know It All Podcast right here. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. Go ahead and check out Wrestling Geek for all your his wrestling content there. On road to 500, 400.
And remember,
yeah.
Big Game James. That's the
all
name
right,
of this
and we out.
episode.
Chick-fil-A packet.